Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to draw a realistic dog. So the materials that you'll need are a regular HB pencil, an eraser, and a white colored pencil. I'm using a mechanical HB pencil, but it doesn't really matter if it's mechanical or not. And so to start off, I'm just doing the sketch, and so this is just going to be time-lapsed, and then I'll talk you through the rest of it after the sketch is done. Okay, now that I'm done the sketch, I'm starting to shade in the eye. So first I'm doing some of the shadow over the top of the eye, where kind of around like the eyelid area is. And then I'm shading in the inside of the eye, and I just outlined the shape of the highlight so that I didn't end up going over top of that. And then I went in with a white colored pencil to brighten up the highlight area. So then I had to go shade the nose. So first I started to darken up the nostrils, and then I just shaded from the bottom of the nose to the top of the nose. Darkest at the bottom because it was the most shadowed, and then I didn't put anything at the top. I just added white colored pencil so it looked even brighter, and went along the edge of the nose and up to the top of the head so that it was more highlighted along there because it was more backlit from the sun, and I think that that really helped to make it look a lot brighter. So then I went on to shade the mouth, and first I went in to shade the inside of the mouth and the edge of the tongue where it was more shadowed. The inside of the mouth was pretty much black, so I just went in lightly to shade it all in, and then after I made it darker. I just wanted to make sure first that it looked right and that I could erase it if I needed to, and then I darkened it up. Once I had finished coloring that in, I went on to shade the tongue. The tongue didn't have a lot of shading, and there was already a mid-tone there for me, so I didn't have to shade lightly either. I decided to add in the shadows at the top of the tongue, where it was more overshadowed from the lip, and then I went in with a white colored pencil in the middle of the tongue just to add a little bit of a highlight. I just went in lightly because it wasn't really bright. I then went in to darken up a little bit of the nose and add some more shadows to the fur. I shaded it a little bit in places and added fur strokes where I needed them. I then had to shade the upper lip. That was pretty much all black, so I just went in burnishing right away. And then for the bottom lip, there was a highlight in the middle, so I went in with a white colored pencil for the highlighted portion, and then I darkened up the shadows on the edges of the lip. When that was done, I went to do more shading in the fur, and I also added more shadow on the side of the nose. I added a highlight on the other side because it was more backlit and more highlighted on that side, and I added highlights with the white colored pencil around the eye, and then continued to add more shading for the fur. I shaded in on the space you could see under the ear because the ear was covering it, so it was more shadowed and therefore a lot darker. I also did a lot more shading under the chin so that it was a lot darker and looked like it was like the chin was coming out farther than the neck and looked more shadowed. I added some more shading and fur strokes over top of the dog's eyelid, and I also added a highlight on the dog's eyelid with a white colored pencil. I colored in the top of the head with a white colored pencil as well because of the backlighting. I continued to shade with the side of the pencil. I darkened up a little bit of the nose and then continued to add shading where the wrinkles of the face were and where there were fur strokes. Once you're done that, go and add first strokes to the ear. I added a lot of first strokes and shadows, and then after that I went in with a white colored pencil because it was more highlighted at the edge of the ear and a lot brighter, and I think that the white colored pencil really helped to make it look a lot brighter and like the sun was shining on it. After that, I started shading in the fur around the neck. This part wasn't very hard. You just have to make sure that you have the shadows in the right place and the highlights in the right place, and make sure that the highlights are bright enough and the shadows are dark enough. So I just made sure that I added a lot of first strokes, but you don't have to draw in every single individual hair. You just have to shade and make sure that the darkest spots are in the right place, and make sure that the lightest spots aren't too light but not too dark, and make sure that they're in the right place. Another thing to remember when you're drawing fur is make sure that all of the clumps of hair are going in the right direction. Otherwise it's not going to look right if you just have them going everywhere. Finally, I'm just going in to add some finishing touches, some more shading and a little bit of light highlights where I need them. And also, if you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Click the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and comment down below what video you would like to see next.